Hey everybody, back to the topic we was talking about earlier about Hillary Clinton's leaked audios. Sorry I had to break for a second, but everything's okay. Um, what did we leave off? The issue with people saying that they're gonna do what Bernie says does now. That they're gonna do what Bernie says do. Even after you've seen that the woman that you're following in line behind is literally mocking and laughing at you. I don't know about you guys, but I have a problem with that. Insulting my intelligence, making us believe, trying to lead us to believe that things in this world that we can't achieve can be achieved. Making us think that we can't have universal health care. Making us think that we cannot have, what's up, Breezy? Making us think that we cannot have free college. It's aggravating, to say the least. You guys, when you fall in, what's up, Linda? When you fall in line behind Hillary Rodham Clinton, you're no different than a Hillbot. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have to be for the movement over the person. That's what it's all about. And then, regardless of whether you think somebody rough Bernie up or whatever, that is not the topic right now. Is we have a progressive candidate in Jill Stein. You see the person that you fall in line behind mocked and laughed at you. She laughed at the issues that you genuinely care about in your heart. She laughed at those issues. So falling in line behind her is not going to bring you any closer to those issues. That is the reality of the situation. And then when she said things like, yeah, they actually want free college. And I'm thinking, it can be done. It can be done. The college debt, as Jill Stein said it, we can cancel the college debt. We can cancel the student loan debt the same way we cancel the debt for the crooks on Wall Street. We can do that tomorrow. We have the type economy to do that. Universal health care. We can do that tomorrow. We have the type economy to do that. I mean, I don't want to get into the talking heads on Washington when they're talking about what we can't afford, or the mountain of national debt, which we all know is asinine. We all know it's not true. The thought that they still try to make us think that we're still on the gold standard. I remember being a kid in school. And I was born in 1985. So around the time, I'm going to say late 90s, early 2000s, me and a group of other fellow classmates, we was like, we asked the teacher, we said, we talking about we're in so much debt. Why don't we just print the money? And this is a bunch of 14-year-old kids at the time. And the teacher said, we have to have so much gold to back up each dollar that is printed. What? Okay. So now when I realized that we're not on the gold standard, we haven't been on the gold standard since 1971, that means our textbooks were obsolete. I mean, they selling us a worn out ideology that we're still on the gold standard, which hasn't been the case in nearly 45 years. And they sell it off to a bunch of 14-year-old kids, and they're still doing it today. Still doing it today. Repeating the cycle. Making the nation think that we're in so much debt up to our heels that we can't get anything done. Alan Greenspan said it out of his own mouth, that there's nothing preventing the government from creating as much money as it wants and giving it to somebody. How can a nation that is the monopolist of its own currency ever go bankrupt? How can it ever go broke? It can't. What's up, Courtney? It can't. But they sell us on things like, she laughed at them for saying they wanted universal health care or they want free college. But she said what she has to do is just kind of keep us, she's saying what her job is to kind of, basically in so many words, just, basically, maintain the status quo. Here's my thing with Hillary Rodham Clinton. If what you say is doing is too hard, if you say that we can't meet the challenges of today, if you're saying we can't meet the challenges of the future, if you're saying we can't create real robust change, if you're saying it's unrealistic, it can't be done, it's too hard, then get out of the way. Don't stand in the way of those that are actually trying to do it. And to the Bernie supporters out there, to the former Bernie supporters that are acting like Hillbots, If you're tired of fighting for a revolution, then just don't stand in the way of those that are trying to fight for a revolution. Because if you don't stand for anything, then you'll fall for everything. And if you'll fall for anything, that means you never was genuinely interested in fighting for a revolution. Because these things don't happen in one night. It don't. If you're not willing to be laughed at, talked about, and even mocked, as the presidential nominee of the Democratic Party did us, then you're not ready for a revolution. If you're not truly ready for a revolution, if you're not willing to fight for it, we have to fight for it. And fighting for it means possibly losing this election. That's what it means. But you have to understand, it's about playing chess, not checkers. Everyone wants to say no third-party candidate can win. Well, first off, if everyone who said that actually vote, and if we can get these Bernie supporters that was with Bernie support Jill Stein, who actually had the same policy platform as Senator Bernie Sanders, then those things can be done. But if we do fall up short, if we do come up short, let's work our asses off to at least make sure that we have someone that can challenge Hillary Rodham Clinton in 2020 if she wins. What's up, Judy? Let's make sure of that. That's what this is all about. It's not necessarily about winning this election. We have to see past that. This is not about one election with us. Because even if we do get our progressive candidate in office, the fight still goes on. We got to stack that Congress and that Senate with progressive candidates. Progressive candidates. That's what it's all about. If we want to see real robust change, if we want to see us operating our economy at its full capacity, then we have to get people to stop believing that we are broke and trillions in debt and that we have to borrow money from China. But we have to first kill that mindset. But our job is to first start with us and spread the word amongst each other. We have to first get each other on the same page and then get that information out there. And then when we get the information out there from a grassroots level, then we put the pressure on Washington, because that's how real change happens. Real change doesn't come from Washington. It comes on the outside of Washington. That's what people have to understand. We want real change. We have to bring the pressure. FDR once said, force me to do the right thing. Now, what does FDR mean when he say force me to do the right thing? He basically saying, help me do the right thing. In other words, help me do the right thing. FDR might have been of the mindset of doing the things that he was a very progressive president. But when you got the people actually pushing alongside with him, it makes his job so much easier. That's the truth. That's the truth. You can't expect a candidate. But the problem with the vote blues, they've already gave up their leverage. They've already told Hillary Rodham Clinton that they're, they vote blue no matter who. So, so you think Hillary Rodham Clinton is going to alienate her big money donors to help someone who's going to vote for her anyway? Why would she do that? She's not going to. That's our problem. That's why, and I'm going to say this right here, right now, I'd rather deal with Donald Trump for 4 years. I'd rather fight and try to block him every step of the way than deal with Hillary Rodham Clinton. It is not so much about Hillary Rodham Clinton or Donald Trump. It's about her supporters. I don't trust them. I can't trust them. I can't trust them to have any spine. I cannot trust them to stand up and say no to anything they disagree with. Think about this. Hillary Rodham Clinton is more of a Republican than she ever has been a Democrat. We can all agree on that. And even right now, you and I can't even recognize Democrats right now. But Hillary Rodham Clinton, think about this. Conservatives are going to be able to just pull her so far to the right, when she's already leaning that way anyway. Guess what that happens when she gets ready to implement those policies? She's going to be able to pull the vote blue, hear about zombies over with her. Think about it. She's going to convince them to support things they never agreed with. Yeah. Yep. I can hear him now. Well, we kind of got to compromise. We'll probably just, get ours the next go around. And then she'll push to another right-wing policy, and they'll be like, well, we kind of just got to go for it this time. That's where we at. And when she tries to take us to war, well, it's a well-thought-out plan. We kind of got to do it. I don't agree with war. We kind of just got to do it this time. That's where we'll be at. Co-signing her every step of the way. Now, if Donald Trump becomes president, those same vote blue zombies, they'll wake up when it comes to fighting against Donald Trump. That we can count on. That we can be sure about. But if you're sure about them standing up to Hillary Rodham Clinton on anything, believe me when I tell you, They are so plugged into the matrix right now. It's not even funny. It's sad. When I say they're hooked into the matrix, not only are they just hooked into the matrix, they will criticize you and I for not being plugged in also. I mean, you and I are childish. You and I are. And politically immature. You know, and if they Trump fear porn don't work, then they think that somehow, some way, you know, we just being unrealistic and unreasonable. Well, I guess I'm just being unrealistic and unreasonable because I'm not falling for it. I'm tired of hearing about the Trump fear porn. You know what else? I'm tired of Bernie going around the country doing the Trump fear porn also. I'm over it. I'm just not. I'm not into it. So you guys out there that say you're just gonna follow Bernie, you know, you don't have a problem with the way Hillary Clinton's mocking and laughing at you. Then something's wrong with you. You may need to be examined. Boy. How do we break through the cycle? We have to just continue to do what they said we couldn't do. We got to stay focused and stay determined and stay true to what we believe in our hearts and never let anyone tell us that what we believe in is asinine. Never let anyone tell us that what we believe in can't be achieved. And if those are people standing out there saying it can't be achieved, then we have to always remember to tell them to get out of our way then and let us do it. Those that say things can't be done shouldn't get in the way of those that are trying to achieve it. And that's the situation that we keep running into. Do not give up. Right, Breezy? Never give up. Never give up. The way we push forward, the way we move forward, is we have to first start with ourselves at the grassroots level. We look out for each other. We educate each other. We stick together. We mobilize, and then we bring the pressure on Washington. That's how we do it. That's the only way to listen. To make them listen to us. People power. That's the only thing that'll get through all this noise. Because believe me, I was talking to someone the other day, and I'm gonna close with this. I was talking to someone, and I don't want to name names, but they say they're on the Democratic chair overseas. And we was having a conversation. Of course, we were disagreeing on a number of things, of course. And then I started thinking, like, you know what? Just maybe this person could maybe help us out. Of course, this person is a heel bot, but just maybe, I can get through to her on issues like the national debt and our economy and how we aren't going bankrupt and how we aren't on the gold standard and how we can have the things we want because there is no national debt. I'm thinking to myself, let me shoot this to her, and I did. And I said, you know what? And this is after she's ripped me and called me all kind of things. I was like, you know what? You know a lot more people than I know. You say you've hung around Senator Sanders, you've hung around Secretary Clinton. Just maybe you could tell people these things that I'm telling you about. Maybe you can reach more people because you've been around more people, and as you said, I'm wet behind the ears, as you stated. You a lot older than I am. Maybe, just maybe, you can take these issues that I'm talking about and explain them to the world, explain them to people. And maybe then we can start saving lives. What do you think about that? You think maybe, you and I could, coexist on that issue? Nope. Her response was childish, and I'm tired of young people seeing a shiny object and think y'all know everything. I know what I know. In other words, I'm in the matrix, and I'm going to choose to stay in the matrix. That's what we're dealing with. It's not so much that we have to deal with the establishment and the elites in Washington, but we have to deal with regular people too, fighting and doing the dirty work for them. That's where we at. I'm Kendall Sen Sullivan. I'm going to leave it there. Have a great day, guys. Peace.